Oh my gosh, why does it keep on doing that? I don't know why it keeps on doing this, but hey guys, how are we doing? How are we doing? Ooh, why am I so low? What's up? What's up? Thank you all so much for joining me for yet another live. Welcome, welcome. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Taking it back to the roots. What's up?
Keep going forward. Keep on walking.
Anyway, hi. If you're new here, my name is Nikki.Star. I do comedic reviews of some of your favorite reality TV shows. We're not doing a review today. We're just catching up with all of Love Island. Here's the thing. We're in the second phase of Love Island. We watched the show. We chatted about it together.
About it.
Mama, you okay?
Yeah.
Now we're in the second stage, and this second stage is all of the drama that happens before the reunion. Then the third and final stage will be watching the breakout stars after the reunion. So this episode, we're going to discuss all things Love Island and what is happening with the Islanders as they leave the villa. Let's get into it. Correction from yesterday's live. I said that Bryce had a famous uncle that was not famous, but somebody that was known and close to the Kardashians, their current publicist. I said that was his uncle. That was a rumor. It has not been confirmed. The reason why what is confirmed is Bryce's connection with the Kardashians is that he used to date Addison Rae. And Addison Rae was hanging at the Kardashians' home, and the Jenner, one of them Jenner girls, took a picture with him, and that's where everybody was, started going with.
Took a picture with him.
Took a picture with Bryce.
Oh, I thought you said took a picture. Okay.
Hopefully I said Bryce. So that's where the Kardashian connection is. The Kardashian connection is Addison Rae. The reason why I'm laughing is because everybody's just like, Bryce knows everybody. Like, he is not some regular guy that works on trucks. I'm not even sure if he works on trash trucks. I think that, they have to give them stories and like jobs that seem to be like a normal average Joe. I still don't think that he was scamming. I think that he is just, his life is very LA. That is how LA is. Just because you see people on TV and at award shows or whatever does not mean that they are not normal people. And if you live in a place where those people live, you're bound to make friends with them. You're bound to meet them. You're bound to know somebody who knows them. You're bound to be at an event at their home. You're bound to be in an acting class with them. You're bound to be modeling with them. Like, LA is very small, y'all. So I don't think he's scamming. I think he just has a typical LA story. Because you are a friend of a friend of a friend until you pop. That's just how it is. That is just how it is. But that is the correction. The Kardashian connection with Bryce is Addison Rae. And if you don't know who Addison Rae is, correct me if I'm wrong, but she is that white girl on TikTok that was stealing dances from Black creators and making them as her own. And then she went on Jimmy Kimmel because she got really big and famous for doing those dances that Black creators were doing. Mind you, she was doing it poorly. She went on Jimmy Kimmel, said that she created these dances. It was this big controversy, and the actual creator, I believe it was the Renegade, she actually got notice from the controversy because Addison stole her dance and claimed it as hers. I think she's a singer now. I am not sure, but I think that's the person that I'm talking about. If I'm not, correct me in the comments. So now that we've cleared that up, let's get into today's live. I thought that Bryce was dropping, not Bryce. I thought that Zach was dropping an interview today with the Val Files. I was going to take one for the team and watch it. They haven't dropped anything, so I don't know. I do know that he did drop his thoughts about Zach. I'm not watching that. I am anti Val Files and call her daddy, but I will watch it if I feel like it's somebody who I would want to give my own perspective and not hear it from somebody else. So that is the only reason I would ever watch those podcasts. So I took one for the team today, and I watched Call Her Daddy. My God, today. White privilege is real. White privilege is a real child. But I watched that to talk about Kenzie. So that's what we'll do. We're going to talk about Kenzie. Then we're going to get into Sincere, some updates with him. He's done an interview, and his family has spoken out about the backlash. Then we're going to get into a bit, not too much, about Casey's fan base and their GoFundMe for him. And then that's it, right? The GoFundMe.
Who got to GoFundMe?
Casey's fans.
You know what?
They're making a GoFundMe for him since he didn't win. They're going to make a GoFundMe for him to get to the 100K. Let's see. I forgot what I was talking about today. Oh, yes. So we're going to talk about Kenzie's interview or Call Her Daddy. We're going to talk about the brands that have entered the chat. We're going to talk about Casey's GoFundMe and then Sincere. So let's first start off with Kenzie and her Call Her Daddy interview. Here's the thing. No shade to podcasters, right? I want this cast to sit down with journalists. I think with the podcasters, they're not journalists, and they say it all the time. Christina, can you get these people? You're an actual journalist. Here's the thing. The podcasters never ask the questions we want to hear. Like, I sat through that interview for an hour. I did not learn anything. It was like the stuff that she would get into, Kenzie wouldn't answer, and she would just move on. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to talk about it, but I feel like it's not anything that we didn't already know. But I like when this cast sits down with journalists. I feel like it helps. We are going to get into an interview with Caleb. I was supposed to talk about that today, but I moved it a bit for Sincere. But I still want to talk about that because he's sitting down with an actual journalist, and we learned some things. That's why you sit down with journalists. So we are going to talk about that as well. But let's get into this Call Her Daddy. I had to. This Call Her Daddy interview with Kenzie. Another reason why I wanted to watch it for myself is because people were saying that Kenzie was being like really negative towards Melanie, and I didn't see it in this interview. So I'm so glad I watched it for myself because I would have had a totally different perspective if I would have just listened to everybody. So we open up with Kenzie, who was full of energy this entire interview. She was just bursting with energy, more than we've seen her on the show. She was at the top of her game. I don't know if she had some Four Locals. I don't know what it was, but Mother had some Four Locals. But Mother had a lot of energy. She was just at the height of everything. Everything was just so heightened that even the host was just like taken aback a bit because she just had so much energy. I will say this interview solidified for me that she's not done a reality TV. I think that she's going to be on a lot of reality TV shows after this, just because she has a lot of energy and no filter, and she will give you a show. So I don't think that this is her last reality TV show. I think she's absolutely going to be on Beyond the Villa, and more reality TV shows after that. I don't think she's going back to nursing school. I think Reality Star is going to be her career for at least the next decade. But she was just full of energy in this podcast. She opens up loving on the host and saying how much she enjoyed this podcast, and she's been listening to it for a very long time, and that she learned how to suck penis. Woo! That was like her
How
opening.
to suck.
Mom, we're not going to say that. She learned how to suck peen from listening to the podcast. And I will say, she was about to say how old she was when she was listening to the podcast and learning how to suck peen, but then she stopped because I think she was underage. I think she was underage when she listened to that podcast episode. So she got some kind of wisdom. But that, like when Kenzie said that, I said, oh, this is how this interview is going to be. And that's exactly how it was. She was very comfortable, told that lady all her business, but nothing that we didn't already know. But I was just like, my God, today, like no filter. She is not media trained, but for her, that works. For her, that works. She said that she was shocked that so many people compared her to Sincere. She does not think that she's done anything that Sincere has done. So when everybody in the villa was comparing her to Sincere, that really took her back. She said that she was also shocked that a lot of people didn't like Dylan and was saying that he wanted to be an actor. She was just like, he was just in a music video. That does not mean that he wants to be an actor, sweetie. He wants to be an actor.
That's all he could book.
Yeah, that's all he could book. So she was just like, she doesn't understand why people thought those things of him, and that Dylan was really well liked in the villa. So she just didn't understand why people, couldn't see the good stuff in Dylan. She also said that she hopes within a year that she is Dylan's girlfriend and on the beach and living her life on the beach. And that at the end of the year, she is Dylan's girlfriend. She says she never watched Love Island USA, but she watched one season of Love Island UK, and she was a huge fan. She also said that somebody at work said that she should apply for Love Island. And while she was taking her nursing exam, she stopped doing the nursing exam and started to fill out the application for Love Island. And when she got back to her nursing exam, she failed it because she just wasn't focused, because she was more focused on the Love Island USA application. She said that during her time in her break in between nursing school, she got new boobs. She said, I didn't get it for the show. I just always wanted them. So I got them. She also said that she also tried to clarify her type. She didn't. The host was just like, there was a lot of confusion. So what is your type? And Kenzie pretty much didn't answer. Her type is penis. Okay? That is Kenzie's type. She did say that Zach rejecting her was a blow to her confidence. She also said that they're really good friends now, but in the beginning, he hurt her feelings by rejecting her because she was like, Charlie likes blondes. I can't believe he doesn't like blondes. And she was just really hurt by how he rejected her. But towards the end of the show, they were really great. And she was just like, they didn't show that she was third wheeling a lot with him and Kada. They just never really showed them interacting after that moment. But she says her and Zach are really, really cool now. She said Corbin wasn't her type, but he was hot. So she wanted to explore him. She was mad at Melanie for pulling Corbin for a chat. She said the show did not show that she sat down with Melanie and asked her if she wanted to pursue Corbin. And Melanie said, no, she's locked in with Sincere. She does not want to pursue Corbin. She said, but then after Melanie and Sincere started having issues because Soul was in the villa, she decided that she wanted to pursue Corbin, and she pulled Corbin for a chat. And then Kenzie pulled Melanie and was just like, so like, what's going on? I thought you weren't interested in him, but you're pulling Corbin for a chat. And she said that Melanie looked at her and said, me and Sincere are having problems, and now I want to pursue Corbin. That's the name of the game. And so that's when she was just like, Melanie is still one of my best friends, but I just did not like that she did that. And she was just like, she knew that I really liked him because I was getting finger blasted every night. Her words, not mine. Kenzie had no filter this interview. And I was like, woo, I hope when you get interviewed by ET that you class it up a bit, mama. She said she supported Soul because Soul really didn't have any support in the villa, and Melanie just had all of the support. So that's why she was showing Soul support. Okay, girl. She didn't She didn't like that America split up her and Corbin. And also after America split up her and Corbin like was just really locked into his relationship with Melanie and set boundaries with her. And she didn't like that Corbin set boundaries because they were being like intimate. And she was just like, I don't want to stop playing around with you in bed. I don't want to stop kissing you. Like, this is what we have been doing. And just because America broke us up doesn't mean that we have to stop. But Corbin really wanted to respect the relationship that he had or the coupling that he was in with Melanie and really take time to explore that. And so he cut everything off with her. And she did not like that. She was attracted to Caleb, but she found him boring. She said it's easy for her to cut off men because of her relationship, her parents' relationship. She said her dad pursues her mom. He lets her mom know that she is wanted and adored. And she was just like, that's what I'm used to seeing. So if I don't get that from a guy, I just end it because I know that it's possible to get it because I see it from my parents.
That was a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I don't hang around.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not going to be...
She was just like, I know that there's fish in the sea. And I know that there's guys that would treat me well because I've seen it from my father. Good for her. She said the reason why she liked Dylan out of everybody was because Dylan pursued her. And she liked that because, again, that's what she's used to seeing. She also defended Dylan again and said that he is a real guy. He is not faking for the cameras. She did feel bad after seeing herself on movie night. She was just like, she didn't feel like she was as bad as Sincere, but she did know that
she owned it.
Yeah, she owned it. She did know that it wasn't a good look for her. The host tried to kick up some. This is the thing. People were saying that it was Kenzie. It was not Kenzie. The host was trying to kick up division.
Yeah.
Kenzie was not even allowing that nonsense because the host was just like, oh, do you think it's fair that the girls held you to a higher standard than they did Sincere? And Kenzie says, well, she just felt like it was sexist because she didn't do half of what Sincere did, but everybody was villainizing her the same way. I happen to disagree there, Kenzie, but I will say Kenzie kept on saying that she loves all the girls and that they were cool and they were in a really good place. I felt like the host was trying to make her say some things and like get a soundbite of her being a hater, but she just would not go down that road.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the women were being sexist. I think that all of the women in the villa was just like, Kenzie, you are the only one that is able to explore multiple people. And you every time a guy come in here, you want to explore. We got a week left. You need to lock it in. I don't think they were being sexist. I think they were just like, girl, you're getting greedy. And they were right to do that to her.
You know what? Can I step in?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Hi guys, Mama Star here. I agree with Kenzie though with that question.
You think it was sexist?
No, not sexist. But she said that was the name of the game. You were coming there to explore. She said everybody was coupled off. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. She said everybody was coupled off. And I was, bouncing around the villa.
But when was Kenzie going to stop exploring?
Hey.
That's what everybody said. Everybody was just like, we're coupled up at this point. We like our guys. You got to hold off on that exploring until we get out the villa.
Well, she thought that she was locked in when Corbin went away to Casa. And when she found out that she wasn't, listen, that put her back in full gear.
Here's the thing. I don't agree with that because even if she was locked in with Corbin, whoever walked in there, Kenzie was going to explore. Kenzie feels like, no, Kenzie thinks that the show is Explore Island. She don't know that it's Love Island. Kenzie thinks that every dingaling that walks up in that villa, she should explore it. And the girl said, enough.
Well, she learned how to suck. I mean, at a young age, she was trying to put it in.
My God, today I could not believe she said that. Kenzie, you better have some cool with entertainment tonight.
When she hung up, when they got finished, she said, yeah, and I'm getting ready to go watch your video again. How you taught me how to suck. I said, the girl got embarrassed.
Yes, she did. Okay. Because she knew that Kenzie was a child when she listened to that podcast. Listen, my content is not for children.
I said, well, wow.
The host, even though Kenzie was just like, although she thought it was sexy, she was just like, those are still my girls. I love them. I just didn't think that it was fair, but we are besties. We're friends. We're cool. I love them. The host continues to try to build a divide with Kenzie and Melanie, where she says that she felt like Melanie was territorial, and Kenzie was just like she didn't agree with that. Or that the host said that it was the Melanie show. Kenzie did not say that. And Kenzie was just like, well, Melanie just had a lot of friends. You know what I mean? She was just more popular. So was a Bombshell. So it's just like that. And there was, I guess, a clip of her and Jaden talking where she said that it was the Melanie show. And Kenzie was like, I don't know if I said that, but I do remember the conversation, and we weren't trashing her. We were just saying from what we were seeing, Melanie got a lot of camera time. She was just like, but I love Melanie, and it was not being shady. I would never talk about her like that. I didn't see the clip or the video, but I felt like Kenzie in this interview had to constantly defend her friendship with Melanie. Mm-hmm. I felt like the host wanted it to be something else.
She did.
And Kenzie was just like, no, it's not that.
She wanted some hot tea. But Kenzie did not give it to her because that wasn't the real deal. Mm-hmm. She was able to get that from Crazy Horse last season because that was really how her heart was.
Yeah, I think she wanted Kenzie to be, her interview to be like the Huda of the season. And Kenzie was just like, no, I love Melanie. Okay. Kenzie was just like, no, I love Melanie. I will never speak ill of her. We were just commenting about how much like that we have seen. We've only seen it of Melanie, but it wasn't in a negative way. And I love her. Yeah. She kept on clarifying that. And I think the host just was just like, I'm not going to get her to be messy. So let me just
get her to say some other things.
Let me just move on from that. But Kenzie is definitely going to stay in LA. She's like, I don't know what I want to do with nursing school. She wants to take classes online for nursing school.
No, she don't.
Sweetie, you are not Meg Thee Stallion. She's not going back to nursing school. She's going to stay out here in LA and pursue whatever opportunities come her way. Yeah. And I got to be honest with you, I think it's smart. I think that Kenzie is great for TV. I think she does have a really good career in television. If she signs with the right talent agency and gets the right team, she's going to have a really good career in hosting and in reality TV.
Because she's going to say she's going to pursue this career and be a nurse. She's come in my room and give me nothing.
She's not going back. And I honestly see her and Dylan staying together for some time until, another reality show starts knocking. But I think she's going to stay in LA and make some kind of career for herself. And honestly, while she has
while the fire is hot.
Yeah, while the fire is hot, take the opportunity. Yeah. But that's all I have to say about that interview. What do you have to say, Mama Star? I
just want to say that Kenzie seems like a good time. She really does. I think the girl was manipulating her.
She tried.
Because, she doesn't have any media training, and they all run to get them as soon as they come out of the villa because they're raw. Mm-hmm. And at times she felt a little uncomfortable with the questioning, but she tried to hang in there because she started scratching and all of this and that. And I said,
well, you could tell that she got uncomfortable when the lady was talking about Melanie.
Yeah,
she didn't like it.
She
started looking for stuff to do. Yeah, she got really uncomfortable with the Melanie conversation.
Her and started all that laughing and stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if she took a little mushroom or something before she went on there, because
she was animated, child. She was animated.
I want her to pursue, this career. She went on there and opened
She's
up
good
her
TV.
Life. Yeah, go ahead for it. Don't let them, take advantage of you, but enjoy it. Yeah. While take the ride while it's there. Yeah. And if it gets too much, go on back to nannying, because nursing is not for you, my love. But
what kind of nannying was she doing that she was able to pay for her boobs?
Child, now, okay, something
in Kennesaw.
Some things, you chew the meat and spit out the bones.
Who were you watching? A royal family?
Mom and dad probably paid for that, or one of her dudes.
Oh.
Because she said she only had 3 guys, but then she couldn't really pinpoint it.
Yeah,
and all
she said that she's a relationship girl. She said that she had sex with 3 guys in a year, and she didn't like it. She said, I like being, she said, I'm a relationship girl, and I realized that.
She like one thing. Next second,
for an extended amount of time.
Yeah.
I cannot believe she opened up the interview like that. But you know what? There are producers who are watching her just like she is just what we need because she's unfiltered. She is unfiltered.
And they like her like that.
Yeah.
But
I unfiltered and not media trained at all.
That, I love the way that she protected and was honest, that she did not go in there with all that foolishness.
Yeah.
And, you know, listen, she told her truth and on to the next.
Yep.
So that's what Mama Star has to say.
That's all we have to say. What do you got? Oh my God.
What? What happened?
Oh my. Oh Oh my gosh. StreamYard ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Find another streaming service, guys. I am back. Thank you all so much. Thank you, NikkiStar, for holding it down. Please make sure you sign up for the news letter. Anyway, let's get into your comments. Let's get into your comments, and then we'll hop into our next. Thank you, guys. Let's get your comments, and then I'll hop into the next subject. Neglectic said, I could see Kenzie on a different dating reality TV show in the future. Yes. I hope she doesn't go to that Netflix reality show. I forget what is Perfect Match. It's not a good show.
Everybody keep on saying that.
Perfect Match is just not a good show. It's not working. But I can absolutely see her on another dating show. Oh my God. Kenzie and the Housewives on Traders would be hilarious. Would be hilarious. Arun says, hi, Mama Star.
Who said that?
Arun.
Hi, Arun. Where's that at? I didn't say
Mom, you're probably on a delay. Brown girl said, Kenzie needs to stop lying. She does not want Dylan. She likes him now. You know, Kenzie at some point is going to explore. Evangeline said the problematic podcaster seems to highly dislike the Black women Islanders. She did it last season with that troubled young lady. The ladies were holding her accountable. And I think she wanted to do it again with Kenzie, but she didn't get it. Thomas said, why didn't she just go to the UK version then? They love the blondes over there, even the fake ones. Well, the host said that she would have killed in the UK. I don't know if Kenzie's personality would have worked over there. Sheba said Kenzie don't need to be nobody's nurse child at all.
Nobody
at all. Mari said the Call Her Daddy lady often doesn't watch the shows that her guests are on. So it makes sense that Kenzie would be the one to go on there. Kenzie was hilarious, y'all. She was the host was like, she couldn't even get it together because Kenzie was just a ball of energy. Hi, Lorena. Thank you for being here. Shanzan said, this media pullback is probably great for their mental health, but not going to lie, missing Karnaya bad. Hopefully it helps me detach. Well, yeah, I think last year was a nightmare. And I think the show is just over correcting. So right now they're just holding the talent and spacing out the interviews. I think we're going to get some soon. We got some entertainment tonight and stuff like that. I also think that a lot of the core four is building their team first before they take on interviews. I think they're being very smart about it. And I think what they're doing, a lot of people who are on who come on the show next season should follow that. I think this is a really smart way to do it. The Rabbit fan base is dying down. The people who are really dedicated to them and like them, it is always going to be their core fan base, are sticking beside them. And that's what you need. You need people who are just out for blood and just want mess and drama and tea. You need them to fall off and get disinterested. And then you need to have your core fan base that's going to stick with you and support you. That's when you need to start feeding them. This is how they're moving. I think is very smart. Coco said, I just got here. The clam slam picture. When are you going to interview the Love Island kids? I think you would do so great. Sheba says, I feel like white people are overly caught up on types. Sometimes people just like what they like and it has no color. I also think it's just like a younger generation thing. They're always talking about types. And I'm just like, you just like who you like. Why are y'all so caught up on types? It will never work that way. It will never work that way. Evangeline said Kenzie's claim that it was Melanie's show. I can see that. However, we saw a lot of Kenzie on my screen, and I was not happy about that. So what is she talking about? I'm guessing that from what they're seeing, because these kids don't watch the show all the way through. I think by the time we get to the reunion, the only person who has watched the show all the way through will probably be Anaya and Melanie. I think the rest of the cast is going to watch it how they always watch it, through TikTok. They're going to watch it through Bible clips. And that's not smart. Love said, if she didn't watch the show, how does she know Charlie? LOL. Contradicting. That's a good catch. That is a really good catch. Neglectic said, when she danced around if Soul was bullied in the villa, it made it clear why she wasn't part of the core four. I think because she's friends with Soul, but she also doesn't want to mess up her friendship with Melanie. So she just kind of just didn't answer, which wasn't smart, because Soul has been so negative to, everybody who remained in the villa after she was sent home. And if you align yourself with her, the people who remained in the villa is going to be looking like, you gotta choose a side, honey. K235 said, LOL, Anaya seems to see the same thing between her parents as Kenzie, yet people accept Kenzie having standards, but not Anaya. Of course, they find any reason to not like that young lady. It doesn't matter because it has not worked yet. Still, she rises. Spency said, I cackled when she said she was finger blasted, but she knew that was bad when she spoke to Soul instead of Melanie. Yeah. Sheba said, Kenzie has this weird energy towards Melanie. I don't get it, but calling her a best friend in the next breath because she's competing with Melanie. That's the thing. She's competing with Melanie and she can't beat her. That is the problem. Evangeline said this season was quite diverse, and I appreciate this side of America where it's not just blonde hair, blue eyes, image, and preference. Yep, because the blondes did not have a good season on Love Island. CM said, isn't that what Mela was supposed to do? Didn't Kenzie do the same? Yes, but again, the problem with Kenzie is that the girls of the villa made her a problem. B started that. Kenzie gets first dibs of the bombshell. After B established that, then that's how the girls remained. You don't explore because that's your guy, or Kenzie gets to find Kenzie, whoever the guy walks in, Kenzie gets that guy. Even though Kenzie is exploring two guys, why is she still getting first dibs? But that was established by B, and the girls stuck with it. Coca says she's already on a brand trip with Dylan. Gal, that Jessica Alba girl who was with Caleb and Hannah from season 7. The brand is called Cowboy. Are you serious? Get it, girl. Yasmin said Kenzie is just trying to clean up her image. She does not care about Dylan. Oh, I don't believe it either. We're going to see her on another dating reality show soon or very soon. Devonna said, I think Kenzie should be on So You Think You Can Dance. They need to bring that back for her. I think she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars. And I think that is going to catapult her to stardom.
Yeah, because the girl was talking about it. She spent a little bit of time talking to her about Dancing with the Stars. And would she go on there? And what would she like to do? And then she asked her, what kind of car would she like? Mm-hmm. She was asking her certain things because certain brands are going to reach out to her, but she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. Sheba said Kenzie wouldn't last as long on the UK version. Yeah, they would have sent her home. I don't think her personality would have worked for them. Bonita said Bryce has a repair shop and he DJs for famous people. What kind of repair shop? What is it? Have we seen it? Have we heard of this famous repair shop?
Okay.
I don't know if I think what he probably said is that instead of saying that he's a DJ, like full-time or whatever, I think it was better to say, oh, I work on trucks.
Yeah.
I don't think that he doesn't do that. I think that he probably did that. And that was a job that you pulled from. It happens in reality TV all the time.
Yeah, just like
instead of saying Trinity actor or model, you gotta say, oh, I'm a cashier at Shake Shack.
Yeah. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I know how it goes. IM said the interviews have to be approved by Peacock this season. Oh, really? Why are they involved in her interviews?
TikTok said probably after whatever happened last year with Huda and all those other people.
But they're not your talent anymore after the. Oh, I guess they're. I guess until the reunion. Because they're still in contract until the reunion.
Yeah, and also they probably don't have no managers. They probably have no lawyers leading their stuff, so they probably signed it just like she said. She filled out the application and didn't know she was going to get picked, and you don't really know when you're signing. So they probably got full control now. Especially when it's a money move.
And somebody said something about they have to go on Beyond the Villa.
I don't believe that that's true. I don't believe that they signed them into a two-season deal. I don't think that. I think that is just a rumor. I do believe that they probably put them on a very strict interview clause until the reunion.
Okay.
Because last season was a nightmare, and I can absolutely understand that. Sheba says, I actually heard a rumor that the core 4 couples is contractually obligated to be on the Villa this year, and that's why the press run is being limited. I don't think so. I think that's bad for business if that's what Peacock is doing. I do think like I said before, I think they have them on a very tight contract until the reunion, and I think that's where we'll see a lot of stuff. Because they're all under some kind of strict contract, which makes sense because last season was so bad. So bad after the reunion. And then Huda got, I think the reason why it's like this is because of Huda. Because with the whole Netflix stuff that she was doing and how she couldn't talk and all of that stuff, they said, no, we're going to have control over this. So that when you do have to film, which is initially their final episode of Love Island, which is a reunion, that they can get everything that they need to get instead of having people who are in contracts already and being like, I can't talk about stuff when you are still contractually obligated to this show.
Huda did that.
Yeah. And I think that's why.
And Angie cussed her right on that. But you're still on this show.
Yeah.
I said,
Ciao.
So yeah, they probably did that just to protect themselves.
Thomas said she could sell Clam Slam merch. I'm surprised she hasn't done it yet. A CEO said, oh no, Carnaya have to do Beyond the Villa. That's horrible. I don't think so. Because it's a whole new contract. That's a whole new contract. And that I just feel like, especially
it should be a 2-part contract.
I just feel like with unions and stuff, I just don't think that.
But they're not union.
Yeah, but that's a union show.
But they're not union.
I don't think they could do talent like that.
They're not union though.
One of them have to be, at least Bryce.
Bryce is not union.
I don't think they signed them to a 2-show contract. That's crazy if they did. And that is grimy.
Well, I didn't say that
bad
it was,
for business.
I did not say that was true.
SEO said someone said that Beyond the Villa is ruining the Love Island show, and I believe them because they end up spending so much time building a narrative that it becomes overly produced from the beginning. Yeah, the last 2 seasons of Beyond the Villa have been garbage. I think what they need to do is I think they need to pick people who actually have a history. I think Kenzie would be guaranteed for Beyond the Villa in my opinion. I would have Dylan as a friend of if he's going to come around for Kenzie. If they can get the core 4, great. I wouldn't want the core 4 on that show just because I feel like they're bigger than the program, but I just feel like they have a lot of talent this season to choose from. A lot of people who want to make it big and will do the work, and a lot of people who are comfortable in front of the camera because they are aspiring actors. So we might get something. This might be interesting to watch. If Core 4 decides to do the show, okay. I mean, it might be a good way to get people to watch.
Yeah.
IM says Kenzie wasn't a part of the Core 4 because she was anti-Black in the Villa and became closer to all the white women. She pulled away when Melanie started to explore Corbin.
Yeah.
And tried to form the white girl mob, but she couldn't control Jen. Spencer said, I was disappointed in so many Black women podcasts who they all talk so foul about Anaya. They're going to switch up.
And they're going to switch up. To do with them.
Keep your receipts. Art World said, hey, I wasn't sure if it was 8 my time or West Coast. I'm up and ready to chat. Thank you for being here. I'm 50 Gold said, did Kenzie mention her friendship betrayal with Jen after building a threesome with Jen? And so, no, that wasn't mentioned. The host was harping on Melanie. She didn't even get into anything about Jen. And I felt like that was also important to Kenzie's journey as well. SEO said, "Me too, Spencer. I didn't know so many Black women podcasters were so male centered. When did that happen?" Here's the thing: I've always said it. A lot of people, a lot of Black people who have influence now, like within the media, got big in 2020 just because they were Black. People were not vetting them and didn't look at their content prior. They just got big because they said that killing Black people is wrong, and everybody just flocked to them and gave them this platform. But a lot of people were not tuning into their content before. And if you tuned into their content before, then you wouldn't be surprised with the things that they are saying now. This is who they've always been. They just got really big because of the Black Lives Matter movement. Oh, wait, I was reading Coco's comment. Coco said, "Oh, thank you. Honestly, I'm hesitant to interview people I make content about. I get it. I don't want the pressure to not be critical, you know? And yes, colostrum. I understand that. I get it. I really, really do get it. But you'd be perfect for that." Let me get two more and then we'll get into our next subject. Dahlia said, "I've never watched Beyond the Villa. What's the premise? Is it just pulling a Bravo and following the former Love Island cast?" That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. But I think the problem is the same team that produces Love Island doesn't produce Beyond the Villa, and it's just a huge disconnect. Sheba said, "That's right, Nikki. They always switch up eventually. You know they will. Chloe Bailey already switched up. Yeah, they're all going to switch up."
Chloe Bailey, what'd she say?
She was anti-Anaya, and now that Anaya won, she's team Anaya.
She need to shut up because they are talking about her because Burna Boy cheated on her.
Is it Burna Boy or Burna Man?
Burna Boy, Burna Man, one of them. Burna.
I am says the producers don't want people to get bigger than the show. They want to be able to make as much money as possible off of these islanders. They do. You would think that 2.8 billion would be enough. It's not. Moving on. Next up, we are going to talk about the brands. The brands have entered the chat. The cast is getting a lot of attention from brands. Nobody's like really responding just yet because I think people are building their teams, which is very, very smart. But we are going to talk about some brands that are now circling. Oh my God, it happened again. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to talk about the brands that are circling the cat. It did happen again. I have no idea. It just keeps on kicking me out. So we're just going to have to keep on doing this until something else changes, I am so sorry. Please know, I already let you guys know, I'm auditioning new streaming services. So do just know this will be a thing of the past. Anyway, it did it again.
No.
It did it again. I think it's Chrome.
Well, can you on anything else?
No.
The devil is a liar.
Yes, the devil is. I said the
Release it right now in the name of Jesus.
Yes, don't be messing up my system.
Yeah, I'm working with Restream right now. I just haven't, because I'm not fully comfortable with it yet. Guys, what is happening? No, I'm in. I'm just afraid to touch anything. All right, so I'm just going to click on stuff and we're just going to talk about it. I'm sorry. I did that. I did that. So I don't know. So I'm just going to click on stuff that I have and we're just going to go through it because I don't know what's happening right now. Okay. I wanted to talk about Carl real quick because he is like still in, I'm finding new stuff with him in comments. And I also wanted to talk about this because this, just in case people were feeling unsure about his relationship with Anaya, I wanted to bring this up. And this is from a commenter under one of Anaya's posts who says, people in these comments are so dense. We have all picked the wrong guy before. I don't believe that Carl is truly her second choice. I think if she was able to explore on the same timeline, that comment would be more valid. She felt sense of loyalty to KC because of what she believed they built. I'm rooting for them. Carl writes, clocked it. Carl, what is going on? Who is teaching you this stuff? But I just wanted to talk about that because a lot of people think that he is so hung up on being sent home and then brought back, and he does not care. He is into that woman. He's not going to hold her feet to the fire about sending him home and all of that. When he did say it, he was joking. He is into Anaya. They are in a good place. Let's get into Sincere.
And before we move on from Carl,
oh wait, no, I don't want to go into Sincere yet. I also want to talk about the people who are posted in the villa. But yeah, go ahead.
Carl would have pursued her if she would have been, because she was vulnerable, single and vulnerable. And if she had left the show, I believe he still would have pursued her outside of
absolutely
the villa.
Absolutely.
So the show knew that Anaya had a presence, like they did with Orlandria. So they brought him back, and before they could even say that she would go. And because he was checking for her. So it's all, I think, people need to stop. Because the guy, like her, you can totally see it online and offline. You can see that he has feelings for her and she with him. But she was just trying to, be a one-man girl. You know what I mean?
She was trying to remain loyal to Casey, although she knew that she liked Carl more. For her. She wanted to remain loyal to Casey.
Yeah, she knew Casey a little longer.
Excuse me, Dolly 88 said, Nikki, you never spoke about the brain stream or interrupted you.
What was I saying?
You were talking about, you was like, yeah, I want to talk about
the brand deal.
That's what I was talking about. Oh my God. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. I have just been so thrown around. Let's get into the brand deals and then we'll get into Sincere. So like I said, the brands have been circling the core for, and I am going to show you an actual video of what Trinity's comments look like as soon as she posted her first video on Instagram.
Get up on my face and my ass keep calling sweater.
Sorry, can't use the music. But look at all these brands. And this was her first post from the villa. I can't even keep up with all of these brands. And I think I actually have a picture of a few of them. You know, it's the same picture. I'm just going to go from the beginning. So we got Fenty, we got Vaseline, we got Maybelline, we got Sephora, we got Dunkin' Donuts, Jergens, Bloom Nutrition, McDonald's. Sony is in her comments. Lenovo, Something Energy, Life 360, and that is just in her first post. They are all in her comments. And then I was just on Carl's page because Carl is the only one that feeds us like that. And I think the reason why Carl is feeding us so much is because when he goes to school, he's going to ghost us. So what you're getting from Carl, you better take what you can get because he's going to disappear for the next 3 years. So in his post with Anaya, I'm just his latest post with him and Anaya from their princess date. Essie is in the captions. Starbucks, Peacock, Instagram, Macy's, Chipotle, Essence Makeup. What are you gonna do with Carl? Fabletics, Petco, Amazon Music, Vaseline, It Cosmetics, Maybelline, Elf, Ipsy. What are y'all doing here? Hint. I don't know who Hint is. Drink Olipop is in there. The Denver Art Museum is they reached out to Carl and said that they want to set up a date for him and Anaya at the Denver Art Museum. Tinder, Carl's Jr. That would be epic.
Yeah.
If
Carl's
he
Jr.
does a commercial with Carl's Jr. Epic. Better Homes and Gardens, E-News, Curology. Why are you Sweet Greens, Tic Tacs, Adore Me.
Carl's Jr. Oh, I can see them putting together something.
Javi Coffee. I don't know who that is. Aquaphor. These kids are about to be wealthier. My God, today. And then this is the one that I really wanted to talk about because I was just so amazed at this. Disney! Yes. Disney said, hi, Carl and Anaya. And this is in Carl's comments under the prince and princess picture that they took at their princess date. A little magic is waiting for you too. Anaya, when you have a moment, check your email. It's the first step for you and Carl to begin your fairy tale the right way at Walt Disney World. We can't wait to help make your story unforgettable. We got our fairy tale. I told y'all.
That's for all the haters.
All the haters. Guys, I told y'all. Remember, I said the best thing that Disney could do is bring them on a date and put them on a float. If they put Carl and Anaya on a float with some crowns and have them waving during Disney's parade, I'm going to pass out. That's what we need. That's what we need. And I told you guys that she was the diamond of the season because under her pictures with Carl, you have Carl calling her a princess, but you also have the show Love Island saying our villa princess. Yeah. That was her storyline, and they were going to get that girl her fairy tale by any means necessary. By any means necessary. These brands are not playing with these kids.
I'm happy for them.
Me too. Another brand. Liquid V is Liquid Ivy is trying so hard to get their attention. This is their first post. They said, "Dear Anaya and Carl, we have hydration. We have ideas. We just need you to check your DMs."
Wow.
Then the next post is this young lady in the video. She made a video about the brand should work with Carl and Anaya. And North Face was one of them. And North Face was just like, "Girl, I'm trying." They're all trying to reach Anaya and Carl, but they have yet to like respond to anything.
Her father, I don't know what kind of work her mother do, but I feel like her mother is an executive somewhere too, or something like that. But her father was, being that he was in the NBA, he knows that you need an agent.
Yeah,
and he's
they're getting her set up
to set her up. Before anything, and they're probably already in talks with people. About all these things that we're talking about.
I think we're going to get a UTA announcement soon.
That's her father, said, "Come home and
let's get everything together."
And I'm sure they're in talks with Carl and things like that, and trying to set them up properly. Just don't have them like Kenzie all out there. You know what I mean? So, we're gonna hear something.
Yeah, we are. We are. Maybelline is also in Anaya's comments saying that they're pulling her for a chat. So I mean, listen. Yeah. The deals are happening. Yeah. So the deals are happening.
What she needs to do is just lay low and let her business get taken care of first before she pop out and say anything. They're probably telling her don't even respond to email, to her social media and this and that and that. And this. So it's happening. We're going to see it. We're going to see it.
Now, some brands are getting into a little hot water playing with the Islanders. And here's the thing. Like I said, although I don't agree with some of these Islanders, I feel like some of the brands are doing a little too much. And this was one of the brands that I really, really love. And I was kind of disappointed in them. But I am still a customer, have remained a customer since I was a very young girl. My family have been customers, and we will remain customers because,
I don't know. What is it about?
Hold on. Because of how they were able to recover. Absolutely respect them. This is from Luster's. Luster says, okay, can we be honest? We have a dilemma, and we don't know what to do. Mind you, this post was made after the recoupling. Casey from Love Island uses our S-Curl 360 styler, but we're 100% Team Anaya. She deserves so much better than him, but his hair does look great. Wow, that set everybody off. Then the next comment, a lot of people were commenting under that and being like, this is unprofessional for a brand to do. Then Luster's Pinks responds and says, unhealed mental illness sounds like projection when we see the hundreds of posts that you've made about Love Island while we only made one, a post about someone on the show using our product. Lexi, are you okay? And then somebody, Prosperity Wins, goes, very disgusting reply. And then Lester says, of all the things happening in the world, this was disgusting. Okay.
I love anybody that got time with that.
But this is too much. Then Luster says, ha, you tried it. This post was from weeks ago, and we deleted when we actually saw how trash KC was acting. Try again, boo. Oh,
I love them.
And this is under a post where they said, oh, you were praising KC before, and now you're trying to hate on them. So that's when they responded to that. Then Lexi says, you're very unprofessional, especially being a Black-owned brand. I'll make sure I send this to the owner. They need to stop letting unhealed mental illness Love Island fans run their page. It's not a good look. And to think I wanted to try your products, please let me go ahead and make a TikTok about this. I'm sure you'll need the views. And that's where the unhealed mental illness line came from. And then somebody wrote, wait, they doubled down on not liking KC to defend not liking KC. And that's when I guess the owner took over and they responded, oh no, this is still the social media manager. And it says, we were literally highlighting the fact that KC uses our products. Have you talked to KC about our post? If so, please relay his thoughts. Thanks. And then this is the next day. And this is from Luster's. And they say, we want to sincerely apologize to Casey the Great and our community. We understand that our recent post missed the mark. It was never our intention to disrespect, but intention doesn't outweigh impact. We deeply regret this moment and take full responsibility for falling short. KC, we respect you and we are sorry. For generations, we've been rooted in care community, and unfortunately, we didn't demonstrate it. We're committed to doing better. Thank you for holding us accountable. Yes. Now, here's the thing. I follow the granddaughter of the owners of Luster's.
And it probably was the granddaughter.
No, it wasn't her. People were reporting it and sending it to her, and she was like, what is going on? And she read it. She was like, oh my God. So she actually corrected it, but the fan base was just so angry they kept on going after her. Here's the thing, and this is why I always say the brands need to stop being so involved in viral moments, especially with shows like this. Like, the brands are doing a bit too much. And whoever that social media manager was, I hope and pray that they're no longer employed with Luster's, because that is a terrible way. Like, listen, I have not been a fan of Casey's performance on Love Island, but the way they responded to, like, the post, it wasn't poor taste. I don't think that it was mean or anything. It just wasn't poor taste. The responses were in poor taste and very, very nasty. And I was just like, yeah, y'all got to fix that. And I was just
talking about it.
We're talking about it, but it's not, it's not a good look for them. I don't think this brand wants bad publicity when they've never had it. They've been around since what, the 70s? And they've never had bad press.
About press. Good and bad press is good press. Mm-hmm. Like, they came in and they cleaned it up and apologized, but people are talking about it. That could be.
Listen, I'm glad that they apologized. I'm still going to remain a customer. This is a Black-owned brand that's been around since the 70s. I grew up on this. Like, this is the family staple. I love Luster's. I'm glad that they fixed it and cleaned it up, but you gotta be very careful about how you engage as a brand online.
Luster's, I need a burn.
They don't use that stuff, Mom. My God, today. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to go through every subject just because I don't know if this thing is going to kick me out again. And then after that, I'll get into the comments. So this leads me to Casey's GoFundMe. And this is how we got here. So after the whole Luster's debacle, everybody, the Casey defenders were just like on one because, this was the first time that they were right about the treatment that young man was receiving. So they were getting a lot of sympathy. And then I saw this. This person said, this is literally like when Barack and Michelle Obama left the White House. And this was when Casey and TT got eliminated from the show. And then this young lady says, guys, let's make a GoFundMe for Casey and TT to give them more money than the winners. And then they started a GoFundMe.
How much is it GoFundMe?
We'll get into that for Casey and TT. And another person shared the GoFundMe and was like, guys, someone started a GoFundMe for Casey and TT. Let's support them, right? So me, being the newsy person that I am, I went to the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe actually got shut down. And the reason why the GoFundMe got shut down, because the Casey's fan base started fighting amongst each other. And they were just like, wait a minute, who is this girl and where is this money going?
That's right. That's right.
And they was like, oh no, I think she's scamming. So everybody started taking their money back. And that GoFundMe was up not even an hour. Not even an hour. They found the lady who did it. They say she got all them kids. She's going to take this money to feed her kids. It will not be going to Casey. They shut that down immediately. And this is what I say about this fan base. It's just like, it's so ghetto and chaotic over there. Because all I did was go see the GoFundMe. It was done.
No.
They was like, this girl is a scammer. Get your money. It's so ghetto over there.
Oh my
God today. So unfortunately, the GoFundMe that they had for him, it didn't go anywhere because the girl, they said that she was a scammer. And she got a lot of kids. And they said that she was going to use that money to take care of all the kids. Oh, it's so ghetto over there. My God, today. Moving on. The Islanders are out, and they're finally speaking, letting us know, giving us some crumbs, just because I don't think that the show is holding them to this like really strict contract where they can't say anything. I think the core four is moving very smart, and I think they're going to pop out with a team and an agent and then start talking to us, which is very smart, because what they're not going to do, which was happening last season, is that these guys are just going on people's podcasts and not getting paid because they don't know anything. Right. Now if Val Fowls want to speak to them, they're going to have to pay. And you're not getting any free. You're not getting like, I don't know if Kenzie got paid, but that called her daddy 1.6 million views. That girl got paid. I don't know if Kenzie did. And now with an agent, you want to talk to our people, pay up. It's a different ball game now. But the Islanders are finally giving us just a little bit, but I think they're giving us a little bit because they're currently building. This is from Anaya. This is her only Instagram post where she's writing to us. She says, what in the world? First and foremost, I want to say that being in that villa was genuinely felt like an answered prayer. I definitely went through my struggles, but I will forever cherish the people I met along the way. Not only did I make friends who became my family and picked me up when I was down, but I met someone who made the journey in the villa special. I truly cherish the connection I have with Carl, and I'm so happy that he made my fairy tale dream a reality. I cannot wait to see how our story continues. To everyone who supported me throughout this journey, thank you from the bottom of my heart. The amount of love you have shown means the world. I am beyond grateful and excited for this next chapter. I love you guys so much. Hashtag Karnaya, hashtag season 8, hashtag Love Island, hashtag Anaya, hashtag Core 4. They know. I love it. And this is from our girl, Melanie. She finally posted today, looking gorgeous as ever. She says, I love y'all bad. What a summer. I shared every version of myself with you, the good, the messy, the vulnerable, and even moments that were hard to watch. Because I'm telling you, she watching the show back, y'all. Thank you for loving me through all of it. Thank you for supporting me even when you didn't fully understand me or when I made it hard to. Girl, you're fine. I met some of my best friends in that villa, but I never expected to come home to this much love. It honestly felt like I came home to millions of big sisters. Yes, you did. Wrapping me in one big hug. I'll never be able to put into words how protected, come on, understood, amen, and loved you made me feel. Thank you for giving me 10 and making this the softest place to land. Bravissimo.
Give me 10.
Bravissimo, baby. And then we have this dude right here. Mr. Raya. He says, what a blessing. This was truly a life-changing experience for me. I'm continuously working on my growth as a person and making more space to grow from my shortcomings. During my time in the villa, I have built such special bonds with people that I can call my family forever. I can never thank Love Island USA enough for bringing so much love into my life. This is sincere. I'm eternally grateful. Thank you to everyone for the kind words that I have been seeing. He tags Love Island and he tags Peacock. All right.
Let me tell you one thing. He got some people in this corner. It's not his family.
Yeah. I hope the community that he's building is the one that he will
somebody
rely on.
That's a PR somebody that wrote that for him.
Young man also did an interview that dropped today. Sincere. Yep. And we're going to talk about it here.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Can we watch it?
We're about to watch it right now. Mama, stop paying attention.
No, but I'm just saying, you just introducing something new to me on the show.
Sure is. Let me see if this is it. I have all my videos loaded.
What about
What is going on with you. Kenzie, calm down. Is this it? No, that ain't it. Where is the freaking interview? I just had it. Look, I think this is it. I'm sorry.
I'm drinking.
Going into your Love Island experience, you had 3 connections throughout your time. You know, your main one being with Melanie, your pre-Casa one being with Soul, and then your Casa one with Amora. You told Amora that if you guys were to have some more alone time together in Casa, you would have possibly picked her. Do you think now that if you had more time with Casa alone with her, would there be a chance that you would possibly pick her, or was it always just going to be Melanie for you?
I respect Amora, just as like a human being. Very, very amazing person, very nice spirit. But yeah, I mean, just as far as where my head was at, I think I was also just in a place of emotional immaturity as well there. Just, not being in depth with what I was truly meaning. If I was able to go back now and just honestly have that foresight of what I was saying in that moment, I would have, just bit the bullet there and just have been like, hey, I appreciate you for being a part of the experience. Thank you so much for being like a good friend. And that was really it, because at the end of the day, like, it was going to be Melanie, and that's a connection that since day one I've always just been so just locked in with, and I felt so close to. So no, again, Amora's a great person, but it was just a lot of certain word choice that I would definitely go and take back for sure. So
now listen, Carl was rubbing off on him. Yeah, that was good. That was good. This is what we wanted from KC, right? He came out of that villain. He was just like, yeah, I messed up. I didn't do the right thing. I would have done things different. It was always Melanie.
KC, you said KC.
I said, this is what we wanted from KC. The way that Sincere is acknowledging his wrongs.
Okay.
And, saying that he would have done things differently, and it was always Melanie. All we wanted was an acknowledgement. I think when Casey when Casey came out and did that After Sun and just reiterated everything and just how Anaya was the problem, it was just like, well, why?
Oh, he did. I didn't see After Sun.
Oh, you have to watch it. It's all the goodwill. Yeah, he threw it all out the window, and I was just like,
there with TT when he said,
yeah. So maybe that's why. I don't know, but it wasn't a good look. But when I saw this little clip of this interview from Sincere, I said, oh, okay, we might be able to salvage this. We might be able to salvage this. His family is also walking back their comments. I have a clip here.
No, they ain't.
Of his brother responding to the backlash that his family received.
Honestly, I don't even know the guy's name that said that. The thing about Anaya, but honestly, I don't know if he was referring, I don't know if he was saying Anaya's Shrek. I think he was talking about the whole atmosphere of the date. Like, it was like a fairy tale kind of thing. I don't think he knew how to say that.
I don't think he meant to say that she looks like Shrek. She doesn't look like...
Yeah, she does not have a resemblance. Oh, and that's another thing. I'm seeing these pictures of my mom with like a Shrek filter and everything, and I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's, because my mom didn't say anything like that. It was Princess and the Frog. Oh, was it? I don't know. I thought it was dope though. What do you guys think of Mela and her family? Oh, I thought they were awesome. I wasn't. Yes, you were. I wasn't saying anything. Something about. Yeah, that was other people though. All this stuff that you guys are talking about, it was other people. Me and my mom, my brother, my dad, all that. We didn't say any of that.
Now here's the thing, right? He said, I don't even know that guy. That's your cousin. He looks just like your mom.
The thing is, whoever is Sincere's PR or whatever now, whoever these people is that he got, is trying to do some damage control. And that's why his brother is doing the talking. They done told all the other ones to shut up.
Now he don't know the cousin.
Now he don't know these people, and oh no, my mom would never say that, and this and that and that, and this, because they're letting him know, his family know, that you are killing any
messing up the
opportunities
opportunities. Yeah.
that he would have. No brand is going to touch him if you guys are walking like that. You hear Sincere talking different too. But he was talking different in the villa after they talked to him. I guess Carl and the boys. But so he's trying to walk this path now because he burnt up money. And his family really set the money on blaze. And so they're going to do something sort of like separating him from them.
Yeah.
Because when you separate him from them, they can clean him up a little better.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to go on. I don't know if Melanie's going to, when they come to the reunion, if they're going to be a couple. Because so many brands are saying, we'll take you, but without him. So it's sort of like a Rihanna.
I don't want her to work with those brands. I actually don't like that. We're going to talk about that another time.
Rihanna and Chris Brown.
I just don't like what the brands are doing. I think she's probably going to have to sit down with her team that she's building, and they're going to be like, listen, you got to make a decision. Do you want it or do you want him?
Right.
And I think that's that's the business, and you gotta really talk.
Yeah, because
he's not good for business right now. I don't know what's going to happen to him later in life. Right now, him and that family ain't good for business. But here's another video from that live with the brother and the brother's girlfriend but trying to clean up the image. Like we didn't already hear enough, but.
Because you're saying my mom. What did my mom say? Because I was right there next to her. You spoke about a host, yeah, but she didn't say it. She wasn't saying that in a bad way.
What did she say?
About how she always says that Ariana is like a sex symbol and everything. My mom loves her. She loves her.
I love her.
Like, I don't know where you guys are like getting something bad, but they said it. Yeah, please did I send additional stuff from that stuff or don't say. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think any of this stuff. I don't think it needed to be said at all. Y'all lied just like Sincere.
You guys are funny.
Sincere wasn't raised by the people that were talking and all this stuff that you guys like.
You guys just take things to a certain extent.
The person that called Anaya Shrek and all that, they're not even blood family. Like,
that's your blood.
It was a watch party. There was a whole bunch of different people there. Thank you, Linda.
My earrings are from Amazon. Sorry, I saw a comment regarding them. They're from Amazon. You literally such like gold hoops and no pull up.
Sincere, no. I don't know what Sincere knows. I haven't had a chance to speak to him yet. No Sincere at 5. Hell yeah. Team Jesus aren't people get over. I can't even read this. It's going so fast. I can't even read it.
Why didn't
I hope Sincere does change. Yeah. How long ago? Coming up on 2 years.
I know. 2 years in September. I understand it wasn't a good look, but at the end of the day, we can't control what other people say.
Yeah, like we can't. Like I don't know. Like what?
Like that's something you guys.
We were all chilling the whole time, and
that has nothing to do with us. Sure, like they were around us, but at the end of the day, like that wasn't his mom, that wasn't his dad, that wasn't like his brother or anything like that. What do you expect us to like? Oh no, shut up! Like you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm sick, but like you guys can't really expect them to like fight with them. Like they're entitled to say whatever they want. Anyone is, like, you know what I mean? The only reason you guys make it seem so bigger is because it's coming from Sincere's mom, which I get it. Like it's coming from her live, but she directly didn't say that. You know what I mean?
So, none of us were saying anything like that. I was happy for all the people that won. Everybody that was there, top 4. And they're all great people. Like when I met them all, they were all great. I loved it. Fake love about Trinity and Bryce winning. So my mom can't laugh. Like she never agreed about it. She never said anything. Like we were all there just watching.
Why so awkward? Like imagine what she felt. She felt like, oh, shut the fuck up. Like
I don't know.
It felt somewhat awkward too.
You can't take a break from social media. Oh, bro, why don't you address it?
We met in high school.
I've said it multiple times. Like, there's really like not like me, my mom, my brother, my dad. None of us had like anything bad to say about it. Like we didn't. So it's just like I don't know what, like I can't speak on what they said.
So here's the thing. They're gonna have to do something about that cousin that now the little brother don't know who he is.
That's right.
That cousin looks just like his mom.
But I'm gonna say this. Let me say
they got the same mouth.
Let me say this. Now I worked with, I'm not gonna say the name, but I worked with some Latinos. And you know, y'all grow all up on the same street because this one guy that got famous. Mark Anthony was helping him or bringing him on tour or whatever, and he was off of their block, and all of them was cousins and everything when the guy came back. You know what I mean? But they all grew up on the same block. So the day that he came back, they shut down the block, and that's my cousin and all of that, but that wasn't really their cousin.
Oh, okay.
So
no, but that's their cousin. He looks just like the mom.
I'm not saying that that's not their cousin. I'm just saying all of them, grow up together, and all of them are family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One person is winning, we all winning, and we bringing everybody up. That's how they are. When Puerto Rico had that storm some years ago, they all, when that drug area was going on, they sat in Philadelphia over their side, and they sold drugs, and they sold.
Where are you?
No, I'm just saying that they built that place back up.
So what does that have to do with Sincere's family?
What I'm saying is a lot of them probably wasn't his direct family, but was his family. You know what I mean?
But the one who made the comments is his actual cousin.
Okay.
He's acting like he don't. He's I don't even know who that guy is.
And that's
your blood cousin.
But he's made a comment. This is why I said it, because he said that there was a lot of people there, and a lot of people claim that they're cousins because a lot of them do.
No, but I'm saying now that there's all this backlash happening, he's distancing himself from his blood cousin.
I'm not defending
I'm not
him.
saying that.
Okay.
But I'm just like, now it's just like, you don't know who that guy is.
Yeah.
Your blood cousin.
And it was your mother's life.
Yes. So it's like, I get, he's young, right? Very much younger than his older brother. So I get that he's, his feelings is hurt because, some people Photoshop his mother's head onto Fiona. So they had her looking like Fiona from Shrek. And so he felt some sort of way about that. So he was really, really hurt by that. And I guess Sincere's mom.
Who was hurt by that, Sincere?
No, the little brother was hurt by it. He said, I don't like that image of my mom going around. So I understand that, but it's just like the lying to get y'all out of this situation will not help. Y'all just need to say, we do not agree with what my cousin said, instead of distancing yourself from him, because that boy seems unhinged. And when he finds out that y'all acting like y'all don't know him, he's going to become an even greater liability. So the best way to have this die down and just be like, we apologize and we do not agree with the comments that were made, and move on. It's so easy. I don't know why you guys are making it this hard. I feel like the only way for Sincere to have any success is for him to back up off this family. I
Somebody said lion runs in their family.
My God, today, now I don't know who that guy is. That's your blood cousin. I can't believe that's the excuse they're going with. We don't even know him. He has your mother's face. What are y'all talking about? Final thoughts, Mama Star?
Mama Star is saying that I think they need to lay low. Because
they need to stop talking.
The more they talking, the more
the worse they make it.
Thinking themselves, because now they don't know him.
Yeah.
And he was their cousin the other day. So I don't know.
He looked just like y'all.
I think they need to just be quiet.
Yeah, because what's going to happen
down from
what's going to happen is y'all just going to give him more ammo. Yeah. And that boy hasn't liked your side of the family for a minute. And all he needs is some ammo. And now he's going to start airing out some stuff.
And if they want to do something to help Sincere, they all need to shut that.
Yep, that's what I was about to say. And their best bet is to just be quiet. Yep. Yep. All right, let me get your comments and then we'll get up out of here. Devonda says, this is how Black people talk to each other, especially when they want empathy for KC instead of Anaya, when they both are getting hate and threats. Well, like I said before, I think that fan base is not, I don't think that the majority of them are Casey supporters. I think a majority of them are just rage baiters who don't like Black women. And they found an easy target. Dahlia said, okay, hold on. So they use KC's name to make money while insulting him. I don't think that's cool. Luster's got to get control of their PR team. I honestly, from what I've seen from their PR team, from their social media after that incident, I don't think that person who was running it, I don't think that person is there anymore. And that is why you have to let it be known that you have somebody running it, so that people will not think, that it's the brand. Like when I get to the point where I can't, do my own social media, I'm going to let you guys know this is the person that's running it. So if they ever get out of pocket, just know it was this person. It was not me. Zora said Carl actually has some unique brands reaching out, it seems. The others are usual suspects. Oh, he really did. Him and Anaya have curated brands reaching out to them, a lot of destination brands. So I feel like they're going to be traveling a lot, which is beautiful. I would love to see their travel vlogs. Paula Girl said, better stay off any lettuce from Carl Jr.'s or Taco Bell. That's a parasite outbreak sending people to the ER. Ciao. It's always something under this administration. Hey, Kodak. Kodak said, I can tell Carl is likely decent because he started an exercise group for only Asians. It
went off again?
My light went out. What is going on with my set today?
Yeah, I seen something go.
What is going on?
Yeah, I can see it right here.
Problem we can fix.
And then there was like, my God, today.
Boy, I'm drinking.
Try to turn it up.
Yeah.
Not my set falling apart. What is happening?
Back on.
No, I'm just joking.
It's your light
yeah, it's on. Kodak says, I can tell that Carl is likely decent because he started an exercise group for only Asians. His two best friends are Asian and Black. Yeah, he does a lot of posts and groups or whatever to uplift the Asian community. So I like that about him. I think he's going to be a good Asian dad to his Black presenting children or his little Shawns.
His Carl Jr.
His Carl Jr.'s. Dr. Inmani said, okay, happy for my girl Trin. She is about to get in her bag. It's a new day, my girl. Oh, Trinity is going to be wealthy. She is going to be wealthy within this year. Mm-hmm. She's going to have a generational run. I am said Bryce is out in the comments or posting a lot. Carl knew he was sitting to the villa for Anaya, and he wanted her. That's why I like that he reassured her on the date. He said it was always you. I was always going to pick you. They're a romance novel. Mm-hmm. Devonda said yes, but not the hate towards Anaya, and still choose to defend a Black man disrespectful towards his partner on the show who wouldn't defend them either. Ciao. Yes, Bean said, I do agree that some of the Black women podcasters are male-centered, but some changed their tune after death threats to KC. Here's the thing. You can absolutely change your tune, but your tune shouldn't be, I'm going to stop speaking about him. I'm going to stop speaking hate on him and start speaking hate on Anaya. Why are you speaking hate in general from your platform?
Yeah.
Why are you speaking hate as a Black woman on any Black person? It's weird. It's very odd. I just do not understand. Here's the thing. That's why I always say when I do my reviews, I don't know these people and I have no connection to these people. My opinion is going to change every episode because it should. You should not go into the season thinking one way and you have the same opinion at the end. Your opinion should change every episode because you're presented with new information every episode. How do you still hate this young lady?
Yeah.
How did you ever hate her? It just doesn't make, from what I've seen, there is nothing that she has done to justify the hate that she has been receiving from the Black community. It makes no sense. And it's just mind-boggling that people with huge platforms who subscribers and people who are keeping your lights on are Black women, that this is the angle that you would take. It's very weird. And I think they went that route because they thought that Casey was winning. They really thought that Casey was winning the show. And so I think they wanted to be on the right side early for when he wins it and gets out the villa. They got the first interview, because I think a lot of them are still bitter that they didn't get interviews from Love Islanders last year. So I think that they thought that he was going to win. And if they fought for him the hardest, that he would repay them with interviews and that they would gain that fan base. But it's just like, he didn't win. You gained a very toxic fan base that you are not going to be able to handle, because once you do one thing that they don't like, the hate that you spewed at Anaya, they're going to spew at you. You will not be able to handle them. You will not be able to wrangle them. And you are going to pray that you can go back to the day that you posted your first video about that young lady and take everything back. Because now you have invited wolves into your subscriber base. Mm-hmm. You will not be able to tame them. Good luck. Good luck. I just realized that K235. Hey, Williams. Williams said Chloe and Haley are in their goof troop era. Hopefully they tighten up. Hopefully. I'm 50 said, I think you need to go out and start a new live. Oh, thank God I didn't have to do that. Ciao. Thomas said Carl is never leaving the comment section. For now, I'm like, when Carl goes back to school, he's not going to feed us anymore. Yes, Anaya's going to have to start feeding us
pictures, because she's going to be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's when we're going to get couples content, because she's going to be doing all of the social medias. Thony said Anaya is rubbing off on Carl in a very great way. He sure is. Dr. Inmani said, I love Carl. He is not bothered by the haters claiming he wants Amora and Kata at all. At all. Alana said, Carl is just happy. I love him. My mom just showed me a video of his best friend surprising him. And he gets so excited when he sees him, and then he hugs his friend. Bless you. He hugs his friend and he breaks down crying because he really missed him. He's such a sweetie.
He's a real, a stand-up guy, you know.
Empty says Fenty Beauty follows the core 4. When I tell you, I saw that and I just all of a sudden started thinking about what that photo shoot is going to look like.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
I cannot wait to see that photo shoot. Slav said, can we please have our other Virginia celebs like Missy Elliott, Timbaland, Pharrell, and Trinity's comments and DMs? I don't know if they watch the show. I don't know if they are fans of it. They don't have to
watch the show, but they, social media. You see what's out there.
Yeah.
Even if you don't watch the show, it comes up in.
Hopefully they get on board. Sheba says Carl gives the vibes that he don't play when it comes to school. Yes, he will be locked in for sure. They got a month to get some shoots done with him. Yeah. Hey, obviously me said, not gonna lie.
Obviously me.
A lot of the being skeptic about Carl on live gives anti-Asian sentiment, because a lot of people aren't putting the white men under the same level of intense scrutiny. You know what? I have to disagree just a little bit, because I feel like Bryce gets it too. And I don't think it's anti-Asian. I think it's anti-Blackness and colorism, that the people who are skeptic about if Carl really likes Anaya or if Bryce really likes Anaya are just anti-Black and colorist, because they cannot believe that this white guy and this Asian guy really is honestly attracted to and likes Black women, especially dark-skinned Black women. That's what it's giving to me, because it's just like, what else do these men have to do to show you that they really are enamored with their partners? What more do they have to do? I think it will never be enough for those people, because they do not want to believe that a white man and a Asian man, who they do see as Asian, we just have to be real here, is honestly attracted to these two dark-skinned Black women because they can't fathom it. And it's so unfortunate, but it's just so telling. I'm telling you, guys, we talked about this last year. I said, Alandria is going to vastly change the beauty standard in this nation. And as it happens, you are going to see people lose their minds because it's going to be such a quick shift that everybody is not going to be on board with. And you're going to see people who you never thought were colorists come out of the woodworks.
Wow.
And here we are. Here we are. Now, mind you, I didn't think that it would be the people that we're seeing now, but I just knew as the beauty standard would shift, those people who benefit from dark-skinned Black women being treated inhumanely are going to have a huge issue with that because their mind is going to go to who's going to replace them. Since they're now the beauty standard, who's going to be at the bottom? That's where their mind is going to, because all of a sudden now, the Black people who never understood colorism in the Black community, all of a sudden they understand it. All of a sudden, especially Black men, all of a sudden Black men understand colorism and got so many think pieces about it. Really? Really? Now you understand colorism because dark-skinned Black women are being preferred by men at the top of the food chain. Now you get colorism. Okay. Okay. Dr. Anmani said, I personally feel Carl is obsessed with Anaya. I can't wait for all of us to witness their fairy tale ending unfold. Let me tell you something. I'm locked in. Whatever they feed me, I will take. But the reason why I think this couple is going to be so successful is because this is the situation. And every grandma tells their granddaughters the same thing. Get with a man that love you more than you love him. That boy is obsessed with Anaya. Nick is obsessed with Anaya. Nick is obsessed with Alandria. And look how those relationships are working out. You got to get with a man that know who you are. You got to get with a man that treats you like you his first baddie. Anaya's Carl's first baddie. His ex-girlfriend learned the hard way. His ex-girlfriend did a TikTok talking about Anaya don't get comfortable because she was his first love at some point. And everybody in the comments was just like, oh, Carl finally got a baddie in Anaya.
Wait a minute, the girl.
They was like, Carl, what? That's why Carl acts the way he acts with Anaya, because she's his first baddie. Child, to see what happens when you try to be smart on the internet. But that's how it's supposed to be, ladies. How Nick treats Alandria, how Harry treats Megan, how Carl treats Anaya, how Barack treats Michelle. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Lover boys only. Lover boys and yearners only. My God, today. I'm 50 said Anaya saw the other 3 of the 4 guys come back, so she picked KC because she thought that loyalty was at play for all the OGs. Yeah. And she even said it. They sure did, Toya-Star. I'm so happy.
What?
That Carl and I are getting that Disney date.
Yeah.
Me too, Kodak. Kodak said, I'm sorry, that Disney message made me tear up a little bit. I am so happy. I'm just thinking about them being on the float. I'm thinking about them meeting Tiana. I'm just thinking about how Disney is going to pull out all the bells and whistles for this couple. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And that'll be like their first, travel date. I love it. Carol said, you're not the only one that's going to pass out. Casey is also going to pass out wishing it was him. You know what? I've been thinking about that poor guy. Because I think at some point he's going to realize it could have been him. And I'm not saying I want him to harp on that, because that's going to be something, that's a very hard thing to witness and a lesson to see. But that wasn't your destiny. That wasn't your destiny. What's for you will be for you, and he'll be fine. I agree. I'm 50 Gold said Casey would be good for the next Old Spice campaign. He would. I think he would be good for a lot of commercials. I think he would do good in commercials. Neglectic said Trinity is about to be on someone's major fashion runway in the next year. Oh, she's going to be at the front of every runway show. It's a celebrity. It's happening. Zora said it's still early. They just got home a few days ago. It will take time for them to respond to brands. Yeah, and I think that they're doing the smart thing and building their team first before they respond to brands, because these brands and podcasters will take advantage of you. Now you're going to have to pay them. You're not sending them free product. You're sending them a product and money. You're not promising them exposure on your podcast. You're going to invite them to your podcast and you're going to pay them, Nick. Yeah, pay them and call me daddy. You're going to pay them, girls. Sheba says, I love Maybelline from Melanie. Actually, she has the perfect face for those type of makeup brands. She sure does. She sure does. Art World said, I saw Carl's mom as an extra in the new movie 5-Star Weekend. See, I don't think she knows that. I think she knows now that we're telling her, but I don't think she knew before. Sheba said, who was running their social media? They need to stop. I think they're fired. I would fire the person who did that. Like, come on. That's not how you respond to criticism. Alana said, yeah, sometimes these brands forget they still have to be professional. They try so hard to relate. Sometimes they don't think at all. At all. You don't think CM? CM said the social media person did nothing wrong. The way they were clapping back and talking, they talked to that lady and told her that she had a mental illness. CM, now come on. Now come on. You tried it. Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. And I love Lusters. Oh yeah, like no, I love Lusters. I'm still a customer, but yeah, their social media manager did too much.
No, their social media manager had time today.
Yeah, well, listen, they had a little chip on their shoulder. Sheba said the problem is the marketing team for these brands are very young these days and lack professionalism. That's the thing. I think it's just professionalism, because I think a lot of young people run social media and they do very well. It's the professionalism that is lacking. Almost my mic on said that intern was going crazy. I was gagged. I said not Lester's. Oh gosh.
What?
You tried it.
Okay.
Now listen, ain't no brand gonna talk to me like that. Megan said
it's probably an intern that they got paid.
Yeah. It's probably their last day or something. Yeah. Megan said, Luster supremacy. I got a brand new bottle of my vanity right now. Oh, absolutely. It's Team Luster's over here. I'm not letting them go. Yep. Give me Chelsea said Luster's is only one of the only few brands that stay black owned. Yep. Dahlia said, I thought Casey was on social media. Didn't he delete his account? I'm trying to the comments. No. He his comments are still, I think his comments, I don't know. I don't follow him, but I do know that his social media is not deleted. I do think that him and TT are going to do Beyond the Villa. I think the reason why they should do it is because only do it if you want a redemption. If you want to, redeem your outlook to the fan base, the fan base that got the coins. Yeah. I would do Beyond the Villa. Yeah. I'm gonna use it as a redemption. Baby girl said, why are brands even in the comments? Is this something new? Yeah, it's not something new, but it is something that is very a part of the Love Island package, where as soon as you get out of that show, because it's all eyes on you, brands are running after the talent, because if they want the eyes that are on the show to be on their brand. So it's like this for the first few months leading up to the reunion. And after the reunion kind of dies down, Alandria is the only one who kept that momentum with brands. She's still in it. She still has that same kind of momentum where she posts something, brands are still in her comments like she just left Love Island.
And
like
Nick,
her
all over the world.
Her run, you like what? It's heaven coded. Like you can't explain that. You can't explain that woman's run. It's incredible. And Nick, Mom, me talking about Alandria and just Alandria is not a slight against Nick. Chillax. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. CM said, let's be real. Luster's products aren't necessarily the best for us. However, we legit saw a Black man feel confident and comfortable in demeaning a Black woman, and people allowed and advocate for it. I kind of agree because I love Luster's. I love that pink oil moisturizer. Now, it's worked for me since I was a child. We're not going to drag them just because we're a little angry. I like those products. They've done wonders for my curls.
They put moisture back
in my hair. When my hair fell out after my mother gave me a Jerry curl.
No, you needed it.
Thank you, Lusters.
That rough
Zora said, not the Obama comparison. Who are these people? Not well read. Not read.
You had Brillo playing here.
Thank you, Toya-Star. Anti-Blackness.
Also, you gave us a part.
Okay. I was a single young
Teen Mom. Zora said, no way I would donate to that mess. There's no necessary basis. Well, that's what happened. Everybody was just like, this is a scam. Dahlia said, poor KC. He has no control over these wackos. Everyone's going to be paid but him and TT. Corbin was doing just as much dirt, and he'll probably do better than him. That's where the colorism is. They keep on focusing on KC, and they keep on focusing on Sincere, and I'm just like, y'all not saying nothing about Corbin, who sat there and talked mad mess with KC, and everybody loves him. That's the colorism y'all looking for. Zora said, imagine Michelle on Love Island arguing over defending the man she just met 5 minutes ago. Such a reach. The fan base is unwell. Dr. Imani said, if I were KC and TT, I would work on rebuilding my brand so that they can start attracting brands like the others. Yes. They need to detach from the toxic fan base. I absolutely agree. And that's why I believe that Beyond the Villa is probably the best thing for them to do. Neglectic said, TT won't be getting a lot of brand deals. She thought she would get a lot of followers, and her face dropped when she saw her phone. There's still time. The reunion and Beyond the Villa could really, really help.
Well, TT, in all actuality, TT came on like she was from the Bad Girls Club. You know what I mean?
I'm TT.
Yeah, and then they start digging up her bad stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she, they tried to, spin it and give her a different look before she left the villa, because she was coming like, yo, y'all could get it. All y'all could get it. She said, because I'm TT and he could do whatever he wants. And they're not used to that kind of dispute, if you will. People don't like each other or whatever, but it never went to that point, and they did not know what to do. So they had to run things back and tell people, now we're gonna need y'all to and
but that's why I said the reunion and Beyond the Villa will be very good.
So she
for both of them.
if she's smart, whoever is talking with her would try to help her clean up her image, because if she wants to make this her source of income, you got to start working on it, mamas. You got to be friend, because I seen something on here, I don't know how true it is, saying that she don't talk to none of them girls off of the show, and she need to, because you got to befriend somebody that's getting it, so that they can remember you. I mean, I just feel like that's all a part of it. You got to hook yourself up with those who are doing what is good. and those that are being liked, so that you could be included in some things. But
yeah. Well, listen, there's still time. Silk said, where did Melanie post that? It's not on her Instagram. On her TikTok. She posted on her TikTok. Sheba said that Melanie is definitely binge watching the show. I love her so much. OMG, such a beautiful person inside and out. She's the only one that's going to be ready. She's going to be the Janae of the reunion, because Janae came with receipts at that reunion. And I feel like Melanie's going to be the only one who comes with receipts, because she's going to be prepared because she watched the show. Obviously, me said, I'm sorry, but I'm most definitely not touching Beyond the Villa if Sincere and Mel Part 2 is going to play out all over again. I don't know. I don't think the Core 4 is going to be on it. I hope they're not on it, because they're so much bigger than that show. Mm-hmm. But I do know Sincere is going to be. I think that everybody else is going to be on it.
Kate and Zach might want to go on there.
I think if Kate is on there, it's because Zach forced her. Because she wanted to appease him. But I don't think the Core 4, the Bratz Pack, I don't think that you do that show. Unique, and I don't think that Bryce is doing that show. Unique says Sincere needs to tell his family to stay offline, because they're going to F up the church's money. They sure are.
Well, Nick, he's getting with Nick, and I know Nikki's going to tell him, just like Cordell told Nick.
Even when we're not talking about Nick, she will find a way to bring him up. Girl.
No, I think, they be hanging out. I think Nick will probably give him some pointers. Mm-hmm. I mean, not to be bringing up Nick, but I just feel like when they're hanging out, he tried to, tell him how to get higher, instead of, because he don't know. He don't know. You know what? Star family.
She love that boy. Thomas said, whether he is lying or telling the truth, it's smart to clean up his image by saying that. True. Bonita, what's up? Said producers need the OG girls Beyond the Villa, because the last season of Beyond the Villa, they only had one OG girl there that got kicked off first. Nobody remembers those people. Yeah, and this is also Beyond the Villa takes too long. Beyond the Villa needs to start filming right after the reunion.
Yes.
Like Beyond the Villa takes too long, and we forgot about these people. You need to start filming right after the reunion. By Christmas time, we need to be watching the first episode of Beyond the Villa. Y'all take too long with this show. Yeah, Kodak said, talk about KC. Yeah, that fragile comment on After Sun didn't do him any favors. None. Dahlia said, Nikki, what is there to salvage? He had multiple opportunities to be kind and empathetic to Melanie, to just be truthful. He chose not to. I do not care what he has to say now. I get that. Guys, they're so young. And I know that some of you guys are the same age and you're just like, it's Nikki, they're adults. I get it, but I think I always have empathy for people who do reality TV, because I just know it's so manipulative. And it's just, I just feel like after the Villa is when you should really judge them. Let's just see after the Villa, when they're not performing for cameras. I think this is when we see who they really are. Let's give them a little bit of grace, just a little bit. I'm 50 Gold said, I just want to give Sincere a big mama hug. Bless your heart. Stay on the path. I hope he does, child. Lo-Fi said, Nikki, do you think that there's a disconnect between Kata and the community? She only has white friends and only dates white men. Her mother's white, and the mom is always the culture. It's very rare for a biracial child with a white mother to pick a black partner, because the mom is the culture, and that's really all you know. And although they have a black face, they're raised in white culture. So of course they're going to prefer a white partner. The black parent preferred a white partner. So you know what I mean? So I don't think that that's odd. That's all. She's also only lived in New Hampshire. You know what I mean? Who knows if she stays in LA, who knows who she's going to end up with. That's what was out there. And that's what she dated. Hey, Doris. Doris said they're trying to jump into Sincere's viewership and interact when they should just stay out of it. Very clout chasing, in my opinion. Absolutely. They want to be famous. Just like Honey Boo Boo's family. They want to be famous. Indigo said, to me, he wasn't rude. He was just explaining how he feels. but it seems like he is constantly being silenced. Who are we talking about, Sincere or Casey? Or Sincere's brother? Sheba says Sincere's family was money and fame hungry. They wanted a piece of their prize money. Sure did. Ed said Melanie shouldn't try to salvage anything with Sincere. They should part ways. I absolutely agree. Devonda said, Indigo, that is rude to disregard a person's feelings because you feel entitled to their body and holding resentment towards them is not cool. What's going on? Because you're getting Indigo together. What did Indigo say? Child, let me mind my business. Dahlia says, Sincere's family are some clout chasey tryhards. Why are people hopping on live streams to speak to people who weren't even on the show? I don't care about any of them. Well, Sincere has some spotlight, and they're going to use his spotlight to propel themselves. They want the spotlight as well. Yikes for that young man. Yikes. Art World said, why didn't they defend Anaya and Trinity during the live? Now the mom has memes. They want to speak up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not so fun when a rabbit's got the gun.
Okay.
Not so fun. Baby girl said, usually when people make the Shrek reference, it's about their relationship, so it's not even in a negative way. People are too damn sensitive. I will say, I didn't think that the cousin was making comments about their looks when he called them Shrek. I think he was talking about the relationship. However, the fact that he was commenting on Kata's sister's body made people think that he would speak about it that way because he was already making comments about the women's bodies. Yasmin said, everybody wants to be an influencer. Nobody wants to be an engineer. Nobody wants to be a doctor. Like, we need help. Nobody wants to be a researcher. Nobody wants to be an architect. Like, this is where we need y'all. Dr. Inmani said, the fact that your family was silent when those disgusting comments were being made shows complacency. Yes. Devonta said, baby girl, let's not be obtuse in the comments because that family called her Shrek and people on Twitter are next to putting Anaya's face on. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, gosh. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, child. K235 said, we still don't know if Sincere's mom's side of the family is actually Latino. At least from what I keep hearing, they may just be mixed with Black American and white non-Latino. I know the stepdad is mixed. He's a Black parent, white parent. Sincere's mother, I'm not sure. But Sincere's dad is Black American and Puerto Rican. Sheba said, well, his mother shouldn't have been live streaming that mess and laughing at her ignorant family. Oh, yeah, the mother is not going to get out of this. We saw her. She was absolutely trying to have a moment. She's been trying to have moments. She keeps on doing interviews. She's the only parent that I've seen that has done multiple interviews. I saw her do a live. I saw her doing an interview at a seafood boil. I'm like, girl, you doing too much. You doing too much. Hey, Toya.Star, thank you. Toya.Star says, stay in touch with NikkiStar. Enjoy the NikkiStar family reunion email list. Make sure you join that, guys, to keep in touch. Pink Elephant said, Corbin and Gabe were in Midtown Miami at a table promoting dog food. I didn't see that. I did see the videos that they were doing together. I did not know that Gabe was that tall, him or Corbin. I did not know that. They look good. Zora says, has it been confirmed that his blood cousins or are people going off based on looks only? Either way, he's connected to that family, so they should distance themselves from those comments. Well, for me, I'm saying that's the blood cousin. Well, he also said that Sincere's, their mothers are sisters. That's like their first freaking cousin. That Sincere's mom is my aunt. And he has the same mouth as Sincere's mom. So I'm just like, I get that he was problematic, but to say you don't know that guy, the cousin that looks exactly like your mother, baby, try again. Try her again. Ha said, they hate her so much they want Carl to embarrass her. Even Trinity, they want Bryce to embarrass her too. They're looking for that. They won't get it. They won't get it. They won't get it. Christia said, let's be clear, KC was never going to win without Anaya. Okay, here's the thing. Anaya and KC were the winning couple. KC blew that 100K. Him and Anaya had it. Had it. Devonta said, I saw Ebony Magazine article about Bryce talking about why this couple won. Oh, I didn't see that. Send it to me, please. Sheba says, the hatred that Anaya specifically has received from other Black women is disgusting. I unfollow so many creators. I unfollowed so many creators as well. Black women creators, Black men creators. I have never in my life blocked this much of the Black community before. My God, today, what a time this has been. What a time this has been. And so many Black people were like saying the nastiest things about Anaya and Trinity from their business pages. But one had to block one lady who was a therapist. And she was talking about beating Anaya up. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, what
kind of therapist are you? It was like this Love Island has been insane, and I survived season 7. Indigo says no other couple was going to win because the show was rigged for Bryce and Trinity to win. They wanted to create Nikki Landry. Oh, I've been hearing that. I don't agree. We were all in for Trinity. We were never in for Bryce and Trinity until later. Like that coupling was still very wonky. The people who were going to win the show was Anaya and KC. Those were the winners of the season. Early on, Bryce and Trinity started to form later on. Bryce and Trinity got a huge push after Casa. But in the beginning, the winners of Love Island was KC and Anaya. That's what everybody was saying. Dahlia said, I think this was one of the rare times Love Island actually did a good job finding men who were actually up for dating interracially, specifically dark-skinned women. I think they did a good job scouting Bryce and Carl. Here's the thing. I want to know if the rest of the guys were scouted or if they auditioned, because Bryce and Carl were scouted. We actually see where the casting director was telling them to check their DMs. So they were actually scouted. I want to know if the rest of the guys were scouted as well, or did they audition? Devonta said, yep, they always said that towards dark-skinned women who are colorists. Also, the pro-Black man brigade. I'm tired of that narrative against dark-skinned women feeding into the undesirable narrative against them, which is why they all had an issue with Anaya, because she didn't think that she was ugly. And I really want to ask, well, why do you think that Anaya thinks that she's ugly? What would make you say that? Everybody exposed themselves, child. Everybody exposed themselves.
It's so sad.
It is
so sad.
This
is a reality show
with really young people
on television. Why are you so invested like that when you would spew hate?
Yeah.
That is just so ridiculous to me. If you do not like the show and where it's going, it's entertainment, for crying out loud.
That's why I always say, if you're not entertained, turn the TV off.
There's something missing in your life when you can watch a show, you are older, and you can comfort the kids like that. You know what I mean? These kids are just
I watch Love Island, and the only thing that makes me not mad, but the only thing that I get a little irritated about as an older person is that they have great metabolism. That's it. I miss that 23-year-old metabolism. That's it. Everything else is just entertainment. That's
what I'm saying. Your life must be lacking a lot of things for you to actually come on here and say you're a therapist, for crying out loud, and say you hate or you going to beat up somebody.
And just making videos after videos after videos about how much you don't like this young lady.
Something is missing.
That's
and it can't
crazy.
be for likes. It can't be for TikTok and all of that.
Yeah, it's something else.
Wrong
Something else is going on.
Let me tell you one thing. I love sports. I am an athlete. Mind your business, Star fan.
Okay.
And that's what I enjoy doing. I can watch basketball game after basketball game, football game after football game, tennis after tennis, baseball game after baseball game. I can watch it all, one right after another, because I enjoy doing it. And sometimes I'm saying, move, but it's just in the catching up. Oh man, you found out my guy or whatever. But it's just in watching the game. And after it's off, it's over. It's over. But to get online, y'all niggas, you did. Okay. No, I didn't say the word. I didn't say that. I said you
getting a little carried away, Mama Star.
I don't get on. You know what I mean? Because that takes an extra energy.
Yeah.
To get into that.
But it's something else going on with you.
Yeah.
It's something that there's no way you dislike this young lady this much. Something else is going on. Something else is going on.
You know what I mean? Now I was watching KC. I didn't like how he was moving.
We all moved on.
But I moved on. First of all, the Star family jumped on me.
No, you jumped on the Star family,
and
boy,
the
Mom.
Star family jumped on me. But I didn't like how he was moving. I changed the way that I was feeling, but I don't hate the young man.
Yeah.
I want the young man to use this opportunity to catapult himself into a better place in life. When you get this kind of platform, it could go one or two ways. Okay, you did some things. It's time to look back at yourself and say, what can I do to improve this? But all these people that don't like them and all of this and that. Like I enjoyed the interview with Kenzie. What the heck happened?
No,
where is it? You went off?
No, a YouTube video, another YouTube video that I had just started. I got scared for a moment. That's all.
But I enjoyed Kenzie's interview. You know what I mean? Like she's out of it, she explored, she did it, and it was fun to sit there and watch her. We
didn't agree with some moments on the show, but we don't hate the girl.
Come on. Like, what is wrong with people? Stop smoking that.
Okay, thank you, Mama. Sheba says, baby, they dragged that girl because why she posted pics from 13? Like when she posted the pics, I was like, oh, you were literal children when you dated Carl? Girl, bye. But she said she posted it as a joke and she just wanted it for engagement. She got the engagement. I am said, I think the new Love Island contract changes will restrict the Islanders' success post-Villa. I hope not. But I do understand them having them on a really strict press conference because they're not done. The reunion is the last episode that they have to film. That's the end of their contract, the reunion. So I get that. Huda really jacked it up for everybody. She acted a fool after the show and ruined the reunion. So they had to be a little bit stricter. Don't blame Peacock, blame Huda. Kodak said, I feel like Casey felt that it could have been me at the vote for Final Four. Yeah. If he would have played his cards right. Yeah, if he would have played his cards right. Dahlia said, Casey is a great face for commercials. I agree. And then I will kill it with Disney. I agree. Those are good places for them. I absolutely agree. Indigo says, I like the idea about the Disney thing, but it seems forced. I don't doubt Casey is thinking about Anaya. He made his choice. They weren't a good fit, and it's okay. Just because they are Black didn't mean they had to stay together. Agreed. You think that the Disney thing is forced? I don't believe that, but I believe either. I think that is perfect for them. Listen, if an opportunity that I get from Disney looks forced, who the hell cares? I'm going to be rich. And I'm going to I'm going to be the princess. Baby, force me into a Disney deal. Yes. I ain't seen no princess. Force me into a Disney deal. Yes, I'm actually watching both of them along with 90 Day Fiance. If you're not watching 90 Day Fiance, please get into it because I want to start reviewing it next week. Girl, and I'm telling you that if show. Y'all have not started watching it. Listen, woo, get into it. And I'm also watching Ultimatum. We got a lot to talk about.
Nicki Minaj.
We got a lot to talk about. Carol said the same influencers last year did the same thing with Shelly and Alandria. She says a lot of the hate Alandra's way, stating that her fans was just, oh, really? Ciao.
But I'm going to tell you what Alandria did. Somebody taught her how to silence the noise.
Yeah.
Because she did not feed. She kept her head straight and kept on going from venture to venture.
Yeah.
And she is still moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to stop acknowledging the ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
And they will certainly fall off. Because the girl that went up so high, her altitude is so high that they can't even touch her.
Can't catch her.
And honey, she is doing her thing with her man. With her man.
Oh God, I knew you were going to lead to Nick.
Man.
I knew you were going to lead to Nick. Anyway,
man.
I'm 50 Gold said, I don't think that KC would have appreciated the Disney stage. He is not a fairy tale kind of guy.
No,
He's
it wasn't
more
for him.
Fright Night and Knott's Berry Farm. And I love Fright Night and Knott's Berry Farm. And I'm telling you, it is an event.
Him and TT need to capitalize off of things like that, which is in their reach. You know,
here's the thing. If Anaya was still with KC, she wouldn't have got the Disney deal.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It worked out for the both of them. Yeah. Dahlia said, I hope these guys have great entertainment lawyers. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. These brands will screw you over if you let them, no matter if they're fans of yours or not. Absolutely.
And I'm gonna
better get entertainment lawyer.
I'm going to tell you another thing. How I know production had got involved because they told Anaya, all that screaming, go over there and apologize to me.
Because that wasn't the story they were writing for her.
Exactly.
She was the villa princess, so and they needed her to act like it.
So she went over there and said, Casey, I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to get in your face, and I didn't mean to this, and I mean, go clean it up. Yeah. And Carl was standing right there.
Said, I do not think that Anaya is a Disney girl like most think. Based on how her sister and her mother responded at Family Day and her socials prior to Love Island, I think Anaya would want to spread her adult wings. I think she absolutely does, but she's a Disney girl. If you go to a lot of her reposts, it's all Princess and the Frog. We were right on the money with that. She's a princess. She is a princess. Hey, E for Empathy. E for Empathy said, hey, Star fam, thank you for always supporting Nikki and remembering to like the video. Let's help Nikki keep growing the Star family. Yes, like the video, share the video, hype the video, tell a friend. Thank you all so much. Yes, thank you, Calypso. Calypso said, hype up as well, everyone. Thank you. If all of you guys hype the video, my God, today. What that will do for me, hype the video, guys. Ha said Casey and TT mostly got to get some new conversations going around their names, get people to move on past the stuff with Anaya. I think so too. Sheba says, do we think that they would get invited though? I'm not sure. They would have to tweet on there. Who? Because Carl and Anaya got invited by Disney. I can't wait to see what that date is going to be like. I can't wait to see what that's going to be like. She loves Nick, y'all. Anytime she can bring him up, she will. I am sad.
And Alandria.
You do. No, you do. You love Alandria, but Nick is your baby. I am sad. I honestly don't believe Casey lost the people with money. There are a lot of Black people who support him. Oh, no, I don't think that. I think he has great opportunities. I think he will have greater if he distances himself from that fan base. Dr. Inmani said, my thing is that these are young adults. We are all where we are because we grew from past mistakes. Yep. Anaya didn't do anything to warrant the hate. She made a few bad decisions, but realized her errors. And I just don't understand why nobody has given none of them grace.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I'm like, y'all are hard. Even with the Kata, it was just like, oh my God. As soon as she posted Zach, she lost 100K followers. I'm like, what's going on? Why are we so hard on them?
What is wrong with our lives that we are just that pissed off?
I'm like, y'all mad at them for what? Zora said, I mean, they entertained us all summer. We should be thankful. Zora said, I think Anaya's confidence was impacted negatively in the villa, but that doesn't mean she doesn't have confidence or that she has low self-esteem. Yep. want to get a few more, and then I'm going to let the family go night. Naima said the ultimatum is so bad. Like the drama is good, I guess, but at what cost? That's what a lot of people are saying. They saying the men are terrible. If Love Island watchers were going crazy about what the guys did this season, the ultimatum will feel like hell. That's what I have been hearing, that the men are terrible. Dahlia said if Kanaya does the Disney deal, Disney better take good care of them. Disney doesn't have a good rep with us. I remember how they treated Halle Bailey and John Boyega. I think, especially with the success of the show, it's going to be beautiful. KT35 said, I still believe Anaya apologized to KC out of her own volition because she knew it was very disrespectful and out of character for her. I agree. But either way, she definitely did the right thing by taking accountability. Absolutely agree with that as well. Indigo Girl says, thank you so much, Nikki, for reviewing Married at First Sight and Big Brother. I don't have time to watch, but I have time for your reviews. It is positive and grounded in reality. I learned so much. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for saying that. I totally appreciate that. I love you guys. Calypso said, preach, Mama Star. We got a super chat from Coco. Coco said, side note, but restreaming since I've been on Twitch, OBS has been working great for me. Thank you so much. I'm absolutely looking into all of those just because it's getting crazy over here. I also think with the growth of the channel, I don't know if StreamYard is going to be able to handle what we're doing over here.
Period.
So we gotta upgrade you. Dahlia said, thank you, Coco, for the super chat. Dahlia said, I was actually impressed at Casey and Anaya for finally having a mature conversation rooted in honesty. I wanted the same for Melanie and Sincere, but here we are. Here we are indeed. We're going to end here with Naima. Naima said, like the ultimatum had a man that spoke violently and had their friends speak violently about women they met a week ago. None of it should have been allowed. Oh, Lord. Well, just know we'll be talking about it next week. So get ready. Also, because we have so many shows, I might just drop some stuff on Saturday and Sunday. Look out for that just to catch up because we got a lot of stuff to get into next week. My God, today. And thank you so much, Dahlia. Dahlia said, fun convo. Thanks for a good time. Have a good night, everyone, and be blessed. Yeah.
What?
I won't even read it. When Spencer is telling me about this show. Oh, my God. I haven't gotten to that yet. Ciao. We'll talk about it next week. It's the show Ultimatum that we're going to review. Thank you all so much for joining me. I totally appreciate it. I love the fact that you chose me when there are so many other people you can stop by. You stop by my house to bless me with your presence, your views, and your hypes and your likes. I totally appreciate you. Get ready for some more content coming next week. I might drop a little short videos this week just to catch up. We got a lot of stuff we're getting into next week, and I'm pretty sure it'll be more Love Island stuff because these kids keep on feeding us every day, and I think we'll keep on getting fed by them until the reunion, and we'll be here to discuss it. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye. So long. Farewell.